Hello viewers, hope you all are doing great. In continuation to ongoing series of food microbiology on my channel Food Cyto, today I am going to discuss about inhibitory substances, biological structure of food and combined effects of factors affecting the growth of microorganisms. Let's begin with inhibitory substances. Inhibitory substances originally present in food, added purposely or developed accidentally during processing or by some microbes. These inhibitory substances may inhibit the growth of all the microorganisms or certain specific kinds. Examples of inhibitors naturally present in foods are lectinins and anti-coliform factors in freshly drawn milk, lysozyme in egg, or benzoic acid in cranberries. A microorganism growing in food may produce certain substances or products such as alcohols, peroxides, acids, etc., which might be inhibitory for the other microorganisms. For example, propionic acid produced by Propionibacterium in Swiss cheese is inhibitory to molds. Processing method, for example, browning of concentrated sugar syrup may lead to production of furfural or hydroxymethyl furfural, which are inhibitory for fermenting microorganisms. Let's move on to biological structure of food. The effect of biological structure of food on protection against spoilage microorganisms has been noted. One thing to be noted down is the inner parts of whole and healthy living tissues of plants and animals are either sterile or low in microbial count. We have ample of examples of protective covering over food. For example, shell on eggs, shell on nuts, skin on poultry, rind on fruits and vegetables. This kind of physical protection not only aids in preservation of food but also determines the kind, rate and course of spoilage. We have already discussed about various factors affecting the growth of microorganisms individually. Now let's have a look over combined effect of these factors. Many of these factors, for example, water activity, OR potential or pH of food, they interact with each other. Therefore, all these factors need to be corrected with the total ecology of food. For example, microorganisms growing near their optimal pH will be more tolerant to changes in water activity as compared to those growing close to its minimal or maximal pH. Therefore, here we can observe a combined effect of pH and water activity. Thus, in order to prevent or retard the growth of microorganisms in our food, several of these factors can be manipulated or adjusted rather than adjusting one single factor to an inhibitory level. So that's all about inhibitory substances, biological structure and combined effect of factors affecting the growth of microorganisms. Stay tuned with Food Cyto for more such concepts in learning in a simplified manner. और अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो प्लीज लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब. थैंक यू.